What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Hope you guys are having a glorious day. Pretty nice where I'm at, but today we're going to start this video off a little different. And I seen in St. Louis there's a Midnight Madness that I'm really thinking about going to. If I go by myself, it's going to be really hard to do because I just got really bad anxiety. But I asked a few buddies, and I don't know if one won't be able to make it, one's thinking about it. But I'll try to go by myself if I have to. But anyway, on June 17th, so what we gotta do, see that? Yeah, those tires are bad. But what we got over here is pretty much brand new tires. Right here. They're both 18s. 225, 45, 18. So we gotta load these up. I got two of them. And take these off, and we're gonna go to Walmart real quick and get them swapped out. And while they're getting swapped out, or after I get back, it depends on how long they take, a buddy of mine didn't give me, but he's gonna let me try to test fit these two wheels here. I don't think they'll fit. I think they're too wide, especially in the bed sides. I think these are RX-8 wheels, and they're like a plus 45 offset, so they're sunk in pretty good. But I do want to make my own custom wide body, so we'll see how it goes. And when I make it, I'm going to make it off one side, and it's going to be the exact same to swap it over to the other side. But yeah, let's just go ahead and get these tires off and get going. Got the tires loaded up in the work truck, and the drift truck is, I guess you could say, naked at the moment. Give you guys a better idea of the rear subframe mounts. But yeah, this thing's a ripper. But let's go get these tires changed before they close or whatnot. Like that, we're back from Walmart, and we got the freshies on. These are going to be if I go to the drift event or just around here testing back roads, you know. These are going to be my burners for that, because I want to get different wheels. Obviously these are just temporary, but in the meantime, let's grab these wheels that are in here, test fit them real quick. This wheel is a 18 by 9.5 with a 35 offset. Let's see how it fits. With a stretched tire. It's hitting on the fender, and I don't know, that's probably a 1/4 inch from being flush. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but that's a no-go on that one. Test fit number 2. These wheels are 17 by 9s, and I don't see an offset. These are some of my buddy's wheels that he was going to let me borrow or test fit. So, oh God, that's definitely a higher offset. We're hitting the fender here. Just kind of, that goes to show kind of just how far it's hitting on the back or the bottom. Look at that. Nowhere close. Which I didn't think they would fit, but we test fitted them anyway because these are RX-8 wheels. These are 18 by 8 plus 50, and they barely fit. At least we test fitted them. I want to go with 17s at some point, but let's get our actual wheels on. Just like that, we got some fresh wheels and tires. Oh yeah. Really need to start my project for the over fenders, but that'll come another time. I think I was just gonna leave you guys with just putting some tires on. No, that's just the start of the video. Now, what we gotta do is make our exhaust. And I don't know when or how I want to go about it. Hopefully the drive shaft, everything got raised. I was going to go over the drive shaft, but I don't want to create like a really high spot in the exhaust where like water will sit, like condensation on cold starts starting in the summertime or the wintertime. I mean, you do get water in your exhaust just due to condensation. And I really don't want that sitting in the exhaust as much as I can help it. And there's two issues I need to fix, which is when I first did the exhaust, I did 2-bolt flanges with a gasket, and I finally ordered some 3-inch V-bands. We gotta change the one on the downpipe, and we gotta change the one when we actually do the muffler pipe that actually attached to my mid pipe. So it's gonna be a 45 going underneath the drive shaft, and then it originally was on this side of the truck. Now it's going to be on this side, mainly because I have a sway bar now, and as you guys can see right there, it's flat and you can't squeeze it between the subframe and there, and this side's bent up for your exhaust to run through. So we're going to run it on this side, kicking it back and then 45 in it, and then back to the truck. But enough talk, let's just get started. Alright, we got the truck back in the garage, got her jacked up already, and I've already been doing a little bit of work on it. That meaning I got the downpipe off, and what I need to do now, since I got it off, I need to cut this flange off because it was leaking at the bottom. You can see where it's kind of rubbed. I made shift this flange and another flange, but anyway, we got a brand new 3-inch V-band that we need to weld on this side and the mid pipe. Got the exhaust cut. This should, in theory, just slap right on. It's got a like an inner bevel that we'll see how it fits. This exhaust is pretty. We got her welded up, and I resprayed the whole downpipe with some heat tape or heat exhaust paint, just to make it look better. Just like that, downpipe is in with the new V-band. You guys seen we got the downpipe on, and now it's a new day. I just been sorry my eyes are watering, but freaking allergies, man, and I'm blinking a lot. But the mid pipe is getting there. This is what we got so far for our mid pipe. We got our V-band all welded up, and it's supposed, and this, you can't see it because of the angle, but it drops underneath the drive shaft and kind of kicks back up a little bit. I want it as high as I can. Right around here is where the drive shaft sits. It's probably about a 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch away from the drive shaft. Plenty of room once I get hangers on it. Drive shaft don't move because it's independent rear suspension, so it's just the suspension that moves. The drive shaft might move 1/4 inch, maybe because I need new bushings on the subframe. I'm not sure, but it shouldn't move at all, really. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and test fit what I got. I might have to readjust my pie cuts there to get a better angle, but we'll see. Another new day. I'm on second shift at my work, so I've only been working on it 2-3 hours a day. But I just put the camera down and started getting some work done, and we have a finished mid pipe. It's long, yes. I plan on doing another hanger here, somewhere around there. But it's all done with V-bands. I welded the V-bands on with the clamp tight, so hopefully it didn't warp the V-bands. But yeah, got one hanger there, and we'll just go ahead and get it on and see if it warped at all. Hopefully it didn't. She is from the downpipe. We got it modified with the V-band. From the V-band, it goes over the cross member, right through the transmission, coming back, goes over this cross member here, plenty of clearance around. Goes up. Goes under the drive shaft and over and around the show you guys a little better. Clearance around the sway bar into our hanger. Clears our drive shaft. Clears the subframe. Now we got to work on the muffler and get that all squared away. As you guys seen, we just got the mid pipe in. I just got off work. Before I went to work, I hurried up and knocked out the axle back part of the exhaust, and I'm going to show you guys right now, and we're going to finish welding her up. But what I couldn't get done is I made a bracket goes off the frame rail up, over, and it has 2 standoffs to hold my hangers. I want to redo these. I don't know when I will, but I just don't like them. I had to cut them off multiple times. They'll hold. I mean, it's just an exhaust. Going down here, she goes from the exhaust down and to the V-bed. So let's just get her welded up and drop her down. It's the next morning, and the reason I didn't start it up last night because I didn't want to wake the family, but let's go ahead and hop in. Since the truck's on the ground, we're gonna move it out of the garage, and let's hear what that exhaust sounds like. Could have been me, but it looked like it spit out a lot of metal dust at first on that little bit of a rev. Besides the transmission making a lot of noise still, that's how she sounds. But yeah, not really sure what I want to do next on the truck. Besides, I got some aluminum. I think we might try to do that, which I got some solid aluminum that I need to cut down and drill a hole through the center, or take it to someone with a lathe and have them do it. But I want to do let's turn the truck off real quick. I think the next thing I want to do is cab mounts, solid cab mounts. That'll help it feel more like a unibody car. Help with transitions, help with feel, pretty much help with everything. And I got a stock of solid aluminum that I need to cut down and drill a hole to get it to work. I'm gonna make it the same length as what the compressed bushings are right now, so the cab stays in the same spot. I don't know exactly how I want to do it. Probably just cut the tacks, hit the stud if it's a stud. I'm hoping it's just a cab bolt, but it might be a stud. Hit it up and replace it with a bolt, so I don't have to take the cab off, because I don't have the means to take the cab off. I don't have a lift. But yeah. Exhaust is done, and on to the next project.